Good morning. This is Alexis Parker sitting in with Giovanni Gallucci and Chloe Dawn, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Alexis.
Morning. Did Ruby get her walk-in before you drove over?
Sunrise Loop. Coffee still too hot to drink. Best part of the day. Today, the comment bots everybody bolted on are starting to cost more than they pay. Then, a lettuce scare turning where it comes from into a purchase. And a creator summit that worked, sitting right next to a rebrand that blew up. Eddie and Travis both put the same thing at the top this morning, and it's a little awkward for anybody selling a course. The comment bots. That whole comment a word, get the link machine everybody strapped onto their accounts the last 2 years.
ManyChat and its dozen clones. Link in Bio ran a piece this week asking straight out whether it's ruining comment sections, and it landed right after ManyChat gutted its own free tier back in the spring. Free contacts went from 1,000 down to 25.
So the tool got pricier and less loved in the same season.
Right, and here's the part worth sitting with. The bot still works. It still fires, still sends the DM. What broke is the audience. People learned the pattern. They can feel the difference between a person answering them and a script answering them, and the second they clock the script, the thing you built to make a connection starts doing the opposite.
The comment section is the one place people check before they buy.
It's the tell. A buyer scrolls your comments the way you read a room before you sit down. If every reply says link or the same little heart, they read a brand talking to machines. Travis made the point that the algorithm can't tell a thread of keyword bots from a thread of real people arguing about your product. Your next customer can. Every time.
You're not saying rip it all out Monday morning, though.
No, some of that automation earns its keep. If somebody comments a word because you promised them a real guide, let the bot hand over the guide. That's a vending machine, and nobody resents a fair trade. What you kill is the costume, the fake warmth on every comment, the "so glad you're here" to a total stranger. That's the part quietly draining you.
And the small operators got the edge here, which is the funny part.
It's the whole point. A giant is fielding 40,000 comments, so it has to automate. You're fielding 40. A founder, or one person with 20 minutes a day, can actually sound like a person. The big brands are trapped by their own scale. You're not. That's about the only fight in this business where being small is the advantage and not the excuse.
Eddie had a tell sitting on top of this, too. Born Social just spun up a whole company pitched as vetted humans, built to fight the AI feeds.
Which tells you the market already moved. When an agency can sell "real people made this" as a premium, humans stopped being the default and turned into the differentiator. And you don't have to hire anybody to own that. If your feed is real people making real things, say so and show the seams. The roughness is the credential now.
I read the comments on everything before I buy. All bots, I'm out. No thought required.
And you're the customer everybody's chasing. That instinct you've got, that's the market repricing trust in real time. Reach got cheap. Anybody can buy it or fake it. Trust never got cheap. And it turns out you can't automate your way into it because the automation is the tell. 3 things you can actually do today. 1. Audit the bots. Keep the ones that hand someone a real thing they asked for and cut the auto warmth firing on every comment.
2. Pin one real human reply to the top of your best post, so the next person scrolling the comments lands on a conversation instead of a wall of link drops.
3. End your next post with a question only an actual customer could answer. Fill the thread with people, not keywords.
Kendall and Clark both led clean label with the lettuce scare. There's a cyclospora outbreak tied to iceberg, a recall on the 17th, a do not eat notice at a big chain across a stack of states. People are standing in the produce aisle scared to buy a bag of greens.
And for most of the category, it's a disaster. Foot traffic dropped. But a handful of clean growers turned it into the best week they'll get all year, and not by spinning it.
The reports all want the same answer, though. Put the founder in a hairnet in the greenhouse, roll the camera.
And that's the reflex I want to push on because everybody reaches for it and it's worn slick. A face in a greenhouse is fine. But the actual lesson this week isn't the founder's cheekbones, it's speed and specifics.
Say more.
Look at what Sweetgreen did. The day the fear hit, they posted on X. Not a lawyered statement, plain words. We've seen the news, we're on it, we don't even use iceberg. Here's our double wash, here's the audit. Concrete, fast, right on the worry. Their foot traffic dipped under 5%. The chain at the center of it dropped near 30.
So the specifics did the work.
Specifics read as confidence. Vagueness reads as hiding. In a scare, the shopper isn't grading your grid. They're asking one question. Is this the bag that's going to make me sick? The brand that answers that plainly, in hours, wins the moment. The brand that goes quiet or hides behind legal loses it and earns the loss.
And the giant literally can't move that fast.
That's the structural piece. A big field-grown supplier has to route a statement through 3 layers of legal, and by the time it clears, the fear's already priced in. A small operator posts in an afternoon, in a human voice with the real detail. Kendall's read was that transparency is a growth channel now, not just a legal shield. This week proved it in dollars.
What about the brands nobody's even accusing? Do they just stay quiet?
No, and this is the part people miss. The trust you spend in a scare is trust you deposited months earlier, in calm weather. Clark said it plain, the brands that handled this week already had the sourcing story told. They didn't invent it under pressure. They just turned up the volume on one they'd been telling all along.
So the work happens before the fear, not during.
Every time you shoot the plane, here's exactly how ours is different piece now, when nobody's scared, and you keep it where people can find it. Then when the aisle goes cold, you've got somewhere to point. The scare isn't the time to start the conversation. It's the time you're glad you already had it. 3 moves before we go on.
1. When your category takes a scare, post the specific reassurance in the buyer's own words within hours. Name the worry out loud, then answer it.
2. Go where the fear is spreading. Answer in the reply threads and comment sections people are panicking in, not just your own tidy grid.
3. Shoot your "here's how ours is made" piece in calm weather and keep it pinned. In a panic, you turn the volume up on a story you already told.
Eddie's tactics file had 2 brands this week that teach the same lesson from opposite ends. One won, one blew up, and the whole difference is who they were actually serving.
Start with the one that worked.
POV Beauty, Michaela Noguera's brand. She ran a creator summit called A Seat at the Table. 2,000 people applied, she took 50, from 5,000 follower nano creators up to about 1 million. And here's the move. It wasn't a swag junket, it was a boot camp. Real sessions on growing a community, on making content that actually earns attention.
Most brand events are a photo op with a gift bag.
That's exactly the contrast. Most brands feed their creators. She taught hers. And a creator you teach makes better content and actually likes you. That's a roster that performs, not a line of people waiting on free product.
And the one that blew up?
Coca-Cola. New global typeface across 200 markets. Within about 2 days, the internet decided it looked like a Marlboro pack and dusted off the fridge cigarette joke. Enormous reach. Sour every inch of it.
I saw that. Everybody I know posted the cigarette thing.
And that's the result, not a win. Massive impressions, and the loudest feeling was mockery. Coke controlled the rollout. It didn't control the meaning. Travis had the sharp line. When you change something people feel they own, they finish the story for you. And no press release is fast enough to take it back.
So both stories are about who you're really making it for.
That's the whole thing. POV Beauty made something for the people already in the room, the creators who already show up. Coca-Cola made something for an internal consistency slide and aimed it at 200 markets who never asked. One built loyalty. One handed its own fans a joke to make at its expense.
What does a small operator do with that?
3 things, and all of them cost less than a hero campaign. First, if you're going to change a thing your fans feel is theirs, a look, a recipe, a name, show your loyalists first and let them react in private. You want the first public voice to be a defender, not a meme account.
Budget for the reaction, not just the reveal.
Say it again for the folks in the back. The reveal is the part brands obsess over. The reaction is the part that actually ships. Second, next time you'd throw money at a stranger, spend it on the people who already post about you. Teach them something real, a skill, not a discount code. Noguera just proved that pays.
And the talent thing.
Third, right-size it. Eddie had Smoothie King putting a reality show face on a summer combo, and Under Armour casting into one specific show's fandom instead of buying a broad sports celebrity. Right-sized talent aimed at the exact room you want beats a stadium-sized name who reaches everybody and moves nobody. Overlap beats reach, almost every time.
It all comes back to the same room, doesn't it?
It does. The people already paying attention to, you're the cheapest, warmest audience you'll ever have, and most brands spend right past them chasing strangers. Serve the room you've got. It's smaller than the one on the billboard, and it's the only one that shows up on the bad days. Here's what to actually do with all of that. 1. Before you change anything your fans feel they own, show it to your loyalists first, so your defenders speak before the jokers do.
2. Turn your next event or drop into a teaching session for the creators who already back you. Hand them a skill, not a swag bag.
3. Right-size your talent to the room you actually want. A mid-tier voice whose audience overlaps your buyer beats a celebrity who reaches everyone and converts no one.
If today was useful, that's the work I do at gallucci.net. I can build a weekly deep dive podcast for your category, the kind that turns a scattered audience into people who know the sound of you and come back every week. Strategy and production, start to finish. Find me at gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn. Talk tomorrow.